So hello everyone, we are back again with our latest video on SQL tutorial Abikacho by Abikacho groups, and in this particular video we are going to discuss some of the most asked SQL interview questions which are in multiple choice, and these are very tricky questions, and these kind of questions are generally asked in big four companies like KPMG, Deloitte, PWC, EY to check how much in-depth knowledge of SQL you have and how much means upfront you can resolve some issues and all. So move on to the question set and check what kind of these questions are. So basically these will be the multiple choice questions and we will check the resolution for each of them on SQL Server Management Studio. So now move on for the first question. So first question what we have. So basically these kind of questions will be asked, and this might be assessment test or directly they can also ask, the interviewer can also ask to you. So these kind of possibilities are there for these questions. So first of all we have the select 15. So what output it will send to you. So let's move on to SSMS and check each of the outputs one by one so that you will get a clear idea on this. Okay. So open a database like SQL Server interview database we can use. Now open new query window. Okay. Now paste here and check what is the output of select 15. Basically it is returning 15 only. Okay. So 15 is selected. So B will be the answer. Then move on to the next question. So select dollar. So what it will return? So no, it will not return dollar, first clue. And now move on to SSMS and check what it will return for select dollar. Okay, comment this out. Each of the question we will resolve and check the output of that. Okay, so now close this. Select dollar. So basically it is providing us 0.00 because dollar it is considering as the currency data type. Okay, so that is why it is providing the value like that currency. Okay, now move on to the next one. So next we have select count star. So what it will return? So it will return to us 1. Okay, now copy this question and we will check on SSMS. So third question, select count star. Okay, comment this out. Then we have select count star. Okay, so select count star, what it will provide? So it is going to provide us control R 1. Okay, so basically it is counting the character, one character it is counting because currently no character is available. Okay, so star is there, so single star it is counting to it. Okay, so so query for select count star will return us 1. So our answer will be C. Okay, now select count 7. So count 7, you can see here it is in a varchar format. So how, what result it will return to us? Let's move on to SSMS and check. So after count star we are going to do count 7. Okay, now press enter here and execute this count 7. Okay, so you can check it's returning 1 only because only single character is available there. Okay, so it is counting only single character which is 7. Okay, now move on to the next one. So B will be the answer in 4. So fifth, select Vikas plus 1. So Vikas is a varchar data type and 1 is an integer data type. So what result it will return to us? So might be it will throw us error. So let's move on to SSMS and check. Okay, so Vikas plus 1. Okay, mark it, comment it and execute this one. So all these questions we will provide to you on our Telegram channel, so you can join that and find these particular questions also. So see here we are getting error for this. Select Vikas plus 1, it will throw us error like conversion failed when converting varchar value Vikas to data type integer. Okay, so this is clear, like Vikas is a varchar and it is getting concatenated with the integer data type, so it is not matching the compatibility. Okay, so now move on to the next question. So 5, what we have? 5, the answer will be A, throw error. Okay, now sixth, what we have? Vikas plus Vikas is currently a varchar and 1 also we are converting it into character. So now we will check what output it will return. Okay, so basically all the question we will take, then option we will also discuss there only. Okay, that will be much better approach of solving these questions. Okay, now 6 and then we will execute this Vikas plus 1. So Vikas plus 1. So you can see Vikas 1. Okay, because both are character in this case, and the answer is B. Okay, B, no, B not B, C, means D, Vikas 1. Okay, as you can see here, Vikas 1. Now move on to the next question. So next what we have, 6 question are down, 7 question. So select Vikas. So what it will return, we will check on the SSMS. Copy this and then paste it. So select and then select Vikas. So this particular select will provide one output, and this select will provide means capture that particular output. So you can see here it will show you like Vikas. Okay, because this particular is executing as Vikas, and currently at output we have Vikas. So this select statement is also selecting Vikas only. So the answer will be C, Vikas. Okay, now move on to the next question, 8th question. So basically these questions are generally used to ask by the interviewer to check your basic knowledge and and in-depth knowledge about SQL Server. Okay, so basically that purpose it is for. Now select Vikas. So this will throw us error. Okay, so why we will check now on SSMS why it will throw us error. Now paste this and then we can execute. So select Vikas. So it is not making any sense, like because one select is executing Vikas and other select. So incorrect syntax near keyword select. Okay, so this is incorrect syntax, error will come. So throws error. A is the answer. Now move on to the next one. So next what we have, ninth number, select star from country. Okay, so country we are considering as character. So basically if the country is a table name, then we don't need to provide it into means single quotes, but here it is provided as a string value. Select star from country string. So it will throw us, execute this, and this will be incorrect syntax near country because it is providing country as string name. Now move on to the next question. So next what we have, 10th question. So 10th question will be, comment this out above one, control R, then 10th question. So select star from country, comma employee detail. So basically country is a table and employee detail is also a table. Let's consider like that. So what we can do, we can create two tables in this database from this name, and then we will check the solution for that. So employee table we have. Okay, we will create one. Okay, okay. So first will be our country. So ID and then integer. Keep it like that. Now save table as country, COUNTRY. So this is, we are creating the table using the SSMS that GUI, graphical user interface. Okay, and employees table we already have, I think. Select top 100. So this is not, we can use this also, employees table. So basically here we can use the country and then employee table. So execute this. What result we are getting? If both are existing table, so it will provide us a invalid object name employees. So employees s. Okay, so basically what it will do, this comma sign will provide us a cross join. Okay, so this is the main thing in hidden inside this particular question. So if you provide like comma country comma employees, then it will provide you the, so basically country currently don't have any record, so that is why it is providing zero record to us. And if you put some record in country table, then it will provide us the Cartesian product of this, which is a cross join. Okay, so comma will provide the cross join. Okay, so like edit top 200 record, I will show it to you also. So one we can add and then two we can add. Okay, and now employees table, how many record it has? So it has 8 record, and country table has 3 records, 2 records. So 2 into 8, 16. So total output will be 16. Control R, execute this. So 16 rows we are getting. Okay, so this is clear that comma sign is providing the cross join thing. Now move on to the next one. So next we have 11th question. Select count star plus count star. Okay, copy this and now execute. What it will return to us, count star and count star plus count star. So basically one count star will return us the count 1, and the other count star will return us the count 1, and both will be concatenated. Then 2 will be our output. Execute this. Okay, so which option? D option is our output for 11th question. Okay, now move on to the next question. So next we have select Vikas from country. So what it will return, move on to SSMS and check. So basically what it will do, it will provide the hard coded value Vikas, Okay, hard coded value Vikas for as much column as much rows as we have in country table. So country table we have 2 rows, so it will print 2 times Vikas in single rows, separate rows. Okay, now execute this from country. So Vikas. Okay, so displays C will be the answer. Displays Vikas as many rows in country table. Okay, this is your correct option. Now move on to the next question. So next what we have after 12, we have the 13th question. So select sum 1 plus 2 into 3. So basically what it will do, so if you provide any of the means operation inside that, like mathematical operation inside sum or any of the aggregate function like mean, max and all, so it will just perform this particular calculation, this equation it will resolve, and then provide you the count of that much. What this will give you output, that output you will get in your answer. So we will check here. Now it is telling like 3 into 2, 3 to the 6 plus 1, 7. So sum will also come as 7 only. Okay, now execute this. So C is the answer. Now check for different questions. So different questions also are from this particular thing. Now move on to SSM PPT. So select max. So max is also aggregate function. And what output we are getting? So basically control R. And this is the 14th question. So select max 1 plus 2 into 3. So 7 will be the answer in this case also, because any of the aggregate function even if we are using, then it is providing the means resolution of this particular equation. Okay, so keep this in mind. So these questions need to answer you in some few seconds or minutes, you can say. The interviewer wants answer from you, so that you can give the answer means by face to face only. Don't go to SSMS and execute this. So you can say you must know the concept, like what it is doing in the background, so that you will find out the exact answer in very quick time. So select max 134. So basically this will be the comma sign is considered as a means arguments. Okay, so it will perform like max requires only single argument, like maximum value of the particular thing, but here three argument it is considering it. So that's why it will throw us the error. Okay, so like this you need to understand the concept of the queries, what you are going to execute and how. So the max function requires one argument, but here basically three arguments we are passing. Okay, so this question is clear. The throw error A will be the answer for 15. Now move on to the next question. Okay, so after 15 we have 16. Select max of Vikas. Okay, so max value of a string function it is telling. Now what record it will provide to us. Execute this. So basically aggregate functions are used with only numerical columns. So here it is providing string value. So what output it will provide? So it is providing the same thing, only string value it has provided, because Vikas has Vikas only. Okay, so D is the correct answer for this. Now next question. So after 16 we have 17. Select count, select country ID from country. Okay, now move on to SSMS. Basically what here it will return. So what it is telling, select country ID. So we only have ID currently in country table. Okay, so let's check the output of this, what it is returning. So with count we have added a sub query here, which is select ID from country. Execute 1 and 2 it is returning. Now count what it is returning. So we will perform the select star. So it is returning the incorrect syntax near keyword select. Okay, so basically this particular will be error, because under count is a means aggregate function, and inside that we are performing the sub query, so that will not work. Okay, so now move on, throws error. A is the answer for 17. Now next one, so 18. Select 1 plus varchar 1. Okay, so what it is providing? It is providing integer 1 plus varchar 1. Okay, now move on to the next line. So it will provide us, I guess, 2. Okay, execute this. So here it is providing us 2, because this particular one, which is varchar, is trying to means convert it to because we can add this one to that one, means it is trying to convert it to integer and then performing the exact calculation, because it is of same type. Okay, so 2 will be the answer for 1 plus commit 1 numerical 1 plus string 1. Okay, so now move on to the next question. These are very confusing questions also. Okay, so be remember these kind of things and be clear on that, because the interviewer will ask you to give the answer very quickly. Okay, not even you can check the SSMS at that time. Now paste this. So here varchar 1 plus integer 1, what it will provide, execute this. So it is providing 2 to us because it is trying to convert it to integer, because it is like looked like that. Now move on to the next one. So after 19 answer will be C. Then we have the 20th question. So select null plus 5. So null plus anything will be null itself, because null is an unknown value, not a known value. So unknown plus anything will be unknown only. Okay. So that is the concept here that will work with null. Okay. So select null plus anything or null minus anything. Null multiplied by anything will be null only, because null is the unidentified value. Okay. So null is coming. That is fine. So B will be at the answer for this 20th question. Now 21. Null plus string 1. So this will also come null, because null plus anything will be null. Unknown plus anything will be unknown only. Okay. Control V, Control R. Now execute this and check. Select null plus 1, null. Okay, this is clear. Now 22nd question. So select one where null equals to null. So null can also not equals to null. Unknown value, one unknown value is never equals to another unknown value. Okay, so this statement is also not true. So select one where null equals to null. So it will not be selected because the condition is wrong every time, because null can never be equals to null. So execute, no records are returning. So here what will be the answer? Nothing will be returned by this. 0 rows will be returned by this, because the condition is false. Okay, so this condition will always remain false, null equals to null. So anytime if you need to provide a condition where you need to perform a false value, so in your companies you can come around these kind of requirements also, where you need to provide a certain value which is providing the output each time null, false. So in that case you can use this condition like null equals to null. Okay, now the 23rd question, select sum 1. So sum of 1, what it will provide, it will provide 1 only. Okay, put and then perform this particular aggregation on 1. So sum 1 equals to 1. So for this C is the answer, and then move on to the next question. So select sum and then varchar 1. So what it will provide, because here we have converted 1 to string in this particular question. So select sum of string 1. Now execute this. So it is providing the that error like operand data type varchar is invalid for sum operator. So basically sum will be performed on top of sum aggregate function will be performed only on top of string function. Means most of the almost all aggregate functions are performed on the string on the numerical function itself. Sorry, my mistake, numerical. So that why it will be providing us error. Okay, so all aggregates will be performed on top of numerical values only or float values. Okay, and basically here for some we are using the varchar value, that's why it is providing the error that operand data type varchar is invalid for sum operator. Okay, so this is it for now, and prepare this particular question set. This is a very easy question set, but these are mostly asked in assessment tests and all. If you get received from the big fours, basically provide the assessment test first and then they will take the interview completely. So in those kind of things, these kind of questions will be very important, and you can find out these questions list at our telegram channel. So you can go there, and other table details and other data sets that are important for the courses, that you can also find on our telegram channel. So do like, share and subscribe, and many more videos are on the way, and these tricky and some complex to simple every type of question we will load on our channel. So be with us, and if you are preparing for your interview, then best of luck and try to achieve a better goal and better role in market nowadays. Thank you everyone. Thank you. And comment us if you need to discuss any specific topic or any specific question or anything. If you have any interview, then you can tell us. We will prepare a separate series for you for that particular interview. Thank you everyone. Thank you.